Doormen, what's good? It's your boy Chief back in the building, back in the Lion's Den, and we are here with another episode of Doormen, the podcast. I believe we're on episode 16, and we got an interesting show. Today we're going to be discussing some things going on in the security industry, some things that happened this week. Topic that came to my mind, a couple of people sent me some things this week, and it gets my wheels turning. And I was thinking, how much is too much for a client to ask you to do? We've touched on a few of these before, but some of these common themes keep popping up. I don't know why people do certain things, different strokes for different folks, as they say. And I do understand the nature of the game. When you're in the protection field, you're much more than a protector. I would say 80% of your job isn't even really protection related. It's more so being an assistant to the person you're working with. You're just there to help with whatever they need at the moment. And especially when you've been with someone for a good amount of time, they start seeing you as just an extra pair of hands. So how much is too much when you've been doing this? Because you do have to draw a fine line between I'm working for you, obviously you're paying me, but I'm also here to do one specific thing. I'm here to protect you and do security. But you also can't be so rigid that you become one-dimensional and you're not making yourself valuable. So you've got to kind of be flexible, but at the same time, draw a line with what you will and won't do. And you have to find that balance. So, for example, a lot of guys I talk to who've been doing this, for some reason, the guys who've been doing it the longest kind of have the most things that they won't do, which is why oftentimes I try to get new guys and train them, because getting older cats, if you're hiring them on for your team, they're just giving you a list of a bunch of things that they don't do. Things like driving. You've got guys who work in the security field who don't want to drive anywhere. They want to charge you extra if they have to drive. But when you're working, a client may ask you, hey, hold my bag. Hey, run up the street and grab this. Take this over here. They'll ask you to do odd things sometimes that have nothing to do with security, and you have to be flexible. How far is too far when it comes to flexibility? This is a video that was sent to me. Let's look at this one, see what y'all think it is. So, as we've talked about before, we have another person who is riding on someone's neck. This is a client. He's not a high-risk individual, so you have to judge it on a case-by-case basis. He's a singer, laid back, looks like a fun guy. So with certain people, it's not super serious as far as a security threat goes. But I just personally, I don't think this is a good look to have a man sitting on your neck. What do y'all think about that? I mean, and he's, this guard is, look at that smile. I mean, he's enjoying it. So different strokes for different folks. Me, I would not do this, but there is somebody out there who will, and you have to keep that in mind. What's up with that though? Why is that become a thing? We saw this one last week. I know you guys remember this. What is with the neck sitting? And again, going super hard. And with a client like this, it is a high threat. It's a high risk with a client like this. So I don't know where that came from, but I think that's something we should stop as a group. Got to create a security union. As a group, we don't do neck sitting anymore. We got to ban that. Next video. Is this too much? What do you think about this?
My Jordan's dirty. Can I get everybody to help me? Please, everybody help me.
Get on the side.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
You want to get in the back?
Can't mess up the J's.
Yeah, so he don't want to get his shoes dirty, so you carry him. Personally, this looks like something I wouldn't mind. Cal is a cool guy. He didn't want to get his shoes dirty. I don't know, but I definitely know guys who would not do this. I don't get paid to carry you around. That's what they would say. But shout out to Cali. He obviously is very respectful of his security. He's appreciative of them. Shout out to those guys. But yeah, that doesn't seem that bad. But again, another situation of something that is not security related that somebody you're working for may ask you to do. So now a little bit more on a serious note, this happened this week, and this is one of the videos that was sent to me that I wanted to talk about. And this is along more serious lines. I don't know if y'all saw this story, but let's take a look at this, see what we think.
Rich, tell him some game.
I'm telling them now. Are you going to be okay?
Blood.
So this is a situation where Teeski, I don't know who this guy is. He's an artist, and I don't know the specifics of the story, but from what I gathered from the video, he was sitting in the vehicle. The police had an interaction with him. It was found out that there was a firearm in the car. I don't know if he's a felon. He can't be around guns. That's what it seems like from the video. And so the police begin to arrest him. Now, this is a situation as security. Working with certain kinds of artists, you are definitely going to open yourself up to this potentially happening to you. So you have to have in your mind kind of already set what you're willing to do in these situations, because if there's kind of I'm trying to choose my words carefully, but there's kind of a unwritten rule that if a gun gets found either on a client, on your artist, security is supposed to take the charge for the artist. Now, this is something that I don't necessarily agree with. I have 100% been in this situation, things that I won't talk about, but I've been in this situation, and things for you to consider if you're going to be dealing with certain type of clients. Yeah. And they're running around with firearms and things. When they get caught, they're going to want security to say that gun is theirs. It's a lot of things to consider, because if that gun is dirty and you've already said it's yours, if that gun is stolen, you're going to potentially get yourself in major trouble. Not to mention, if you have got things going on yourself personally, taking and saying and claiming a gun that is not yours could have really serious consequences behind it. And so this is a situation that you may find yourself in, because artists are gonna say whenever they get caught with anything, it belongs to security. Security, once again, low man on the totem pole. That's just part of the job.
I'm telling him now.
Brother, you're tweaking.
No, I'm not. Matt coming right now. This is
He's gonna pat you down. We're gonna figure it out.
What the fuck?
For what? What's the problem?
Acting goofy as hell.
Look, this. Come in, Matt.
Hey, stay focused on him. That's Teeski. You post that shit on TikTok.
Come over here. I got you. Who's the sergeant? I got you. This is manager. This is his manager.
I don't care who manager is.
That's his gun. He couldn't go in with his gun. Thank you. I got to talk to me. He couldn't go in with his gun. So he left his gun in to go collect the money. That's his gun. That's the artist. We do security for him. He could not come in with the gun.
Yeah, so I mean, we kind of get the picture. These guys, they go back and forth with the officers. 1 minute they're the managers, the next minute we do security for the artists. So, look like some games being played, but at the same time, that is something that for security to consider. You have to decide beforehand. Anything gets caught up with guns, drugs, whatever the case is, I'm not taking the rap for nothing. I'm not getting involved in that stuff. I got my firearm, and this is the only one I'm claiming. And, depending on your relationship with that artist, you may feel compelled to help them out in situations. And so that's something to think about. I would also say that if you do decide to do that, there need to be guarantees from that individual that they're going to take care of you, bail you out of jail. There needs to be some type of contract signed where they're going to continue to pay you, because any type of gun charge, make no mistake, it is going to hinder your ability to move around and use guns going forward. So when you decide to take a gun charge, there's much more to consider. It could significantly mess up your options with working down the line. So dangerous game to play. So just wanted to show you guys that, something to think about. And the last thing I want to show here, this one is a video that I thought was interesting, a situation that happened with Tyga outside of the club. Something else that you may be confronted with in the security game. Look at this.
From his security on the way out. What he's now they're together.
Now watch what he does. Look at this. This is a gun, folks, out of his holster.
He like, give me that just in case it pop off.
Stuff like this. This was a situation when Tyga, there's actually a video of this right before this where he gets bounced out of this club. And you see in this situation, he ends up grabbing for this guard's gun. This is his personal guard here. Grabbing for his gun, trying to grab the gun, completely out of line. Never let a client grab your gun. Never let a client touch your weapon. This guy, I mean, he didn't necessarily do anything wrong. He kept control of it, but I probably would have definitely been a little more aggressive with the way I handled Tyga in this situation. And I would have told him, like, back up. But at the same time, this is his guard. So he may have told him that after the fact and didn't want to embarrass him in front of all these people after something already embarrassing has happened, getting bounced out of the club. So that's also a situation you could find yourself in, depending on the type of client you're dealing with. A lot of these guys that think that they're tough, and if situation happens, they're going to be asking you to hold your gun so that they can protect themselves. No go, because that's my job. That's the reason that I'm here. Hold on to your own guns. Take credit only for your own guns, unless there are some serious, and I mean serious, agreements at play that if you do take this charge, you need to be getting payments, ongoing payments, and guarantees that they're going to get you out of jail. And I mean, it would have to be pretty substantial. I would say best practice, we don't claim anybody's guns. You don't let anybody hold your gun, and we go from there. So yeah, interesting videos. I appreciate you guys sending those videos in. How much is too much? Stop letting people sit on your neck as an industry. I think that's something that we can all agree on. There's really just no place for that. No place. But yeah, man, episode 16. It's a wrap. I'm out of time. Thank you guys for checking in once again. Do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe, and comment, hit the bell, all of that stuff. We're trying to get those subscribers up. Tune in next time to see what's going on in the world of security. I'm Chief, and I'll see you guys next time.